What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel.
So today we've got an iPhone 13 in a very bad condition. As we see, the frame is bent, the back glass is totaled, and the LCD is totaled as well. Let's see how we can fix this. The first thing we need to do is to remove the bottom screws, and to do this, as I mentioned before, you have to clean the screw head just to make sure that there is no dust, there is nothing here preventing the head of the screwdriver to fit firmly in the screw. You have to choose a good brand of the screwdrivers to make sure that everything is in place. Next, when removing the screw, you have to press a little bit down to make sure that the screwdriver head is fitting in the screw, and then you turn gently till the screw goes free. As mentioned before, these screws are a little bit long, so be patient. Now you need to remove the old screen or the old LCD, so you're gonna heat this surface, especially on the edges. You do this with a heating pad or a heat gun or something, and then you start to remove the LCD from this side, because before doing this you have to know that the flex cables are connected from this side. So you start with here. Now you've got the screen free from all sides. You open this way because, as I said, the flex cables are on this side. Now you got to remove the screws holding these two metal shields, and please keep good track of the screws. Put them in the same order because they are not all from the same size and shape, and you have to put them back in the same order. If you mess up with the screw, if you put the wrong screw in the wrong place, a long screw can damage your board. Now you use a plastic tool to remove the sockets. The first socket you need to remove is the battery socket, just to make sure that you are safe, and then you remove the LCD socket from here, and last but not least you remove the proximity sensor socket, and then your screen is free. In my case, I just need to plug the new LCD to make sure that the phone is turning on. Before we move the proximity sensor from the old one, I just want to make sure that there is no other issues. The phone is turning on with the new LCD. So now it's showing that the battery is empty and needs to be recharged, which is a good sign, because if it was not showing this message, this was a dead phone. So now I connect it to the charger. Now it's showing that it's charging, which is another good sign that we don't have any problem with the charging port or the charging area. I'm gonna keep it as is for a few minutes just to see if it's gonna turn on or not. Now, as we see, the phone came back to life. It turned on, which means that we don't have any other issues preventing the phone from turning on. For sure, the phone may have some other issues like network issue or something, but we cannot say yes, we cannot say no. At this point, we need to put the new screen back in place, and then we can check the phone if we can. Turn off the phone, disconnect the battery, remove the new LCD, and then we go on from there. The first thing you need to do is to remove the back plastic film here, because this is supposed to be removed. It's not supposed to be kept on the LCD, because this black thing we see on the back, this is a heat sink used to cool down the phone, so there is no point of keeping the plastic film here. Also, it may cause problems. Now we have to remove the pieces attached to the old LCD, and it's a little bit different from old phones. If you have been working on old iPhones or the ones before this one, you would have the earpiece on the LCD, but now it's different. The earpiece is built in the phone frame, and you can find all details about this in another video on my channel for tearing down the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now we have to remove these parts without damaging anything, so please be very patient, be very careful when you remove this. This is the front mic. Then we need to remove the other sensors, also very gently. Now we've got one. Now we need to remove this antenna, so you need to heat up a little bit from this side to get the adhesive come out. Okay, we are done. Now this is out. Now I need to move this adhesive from here to the new LCD. Yes, we are done. Here we've got a protective film. It's sticked right here, not to let any dust go inside. We remove it, and then immediately we install this here in place.
Chick-fil-A? Don't like it? What?
Perfect, now everything is in place. Now it's time to put this piece back in place. We are keeping the same order of the screws to make things easy for us. As mentioned before, don't over tighten the screws. You're not fixing a mechanical part. This is not a car. This is not anything that needs the screws to be over tightened. Please be very gentle. Now we connect this back in place. Please be very gentle to the plugs, not to destroy them. Make sure that it's fitting in place before pushing hard, and then we put everything back in place. Now we put the metal shield back in place with the same screws order. Fit the new LCD from the upside area first, and then push gently till you hear the clicks. In my case, the frame is bent from this side, and the customer is aware of this, so I have no choices but to put the new screen as is. Now we are fitting the bottom screws, and this was the step-by-step guide for beginners on how to replace an iPhone 13 LCD. If you find this video useful, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and send the video to any one of your friends that may be useful for them. Thank you, and see you in the next video.